Are you guys on the right page? If arc WZ equals 105, you guys see arc WZ in the picture? If it says WZ, do you go the long way around or the short way around? Short way around. So how do we find arc WXZ? New. Okay. So basically they say find this arc. No, this arc is one. Don't find that arc. That arc is 105. So how do we find this arc? 360 minus 105. So number 19 is 255 degrees. Okay, on 21, let's see if we remember this trick. It says find the measurement of angle XWZ plus the measurement of angle XYZ. You guys see those in the picture? This is a trick. We probably haven't done it for a couple weeks since we've been gone, but it's this angle plus this angle. Okay, do you guys see what angle this, or what arc this angle intercepts? That one. What angle, or what arc does this angle intercept? That one. So together they make up the whole circle. 360. Okay. What kind of angle is this, by the way?
90.
No. It's on the side of the circle.
Oh, inscribed?
Inscribed. And how is an inscribed angle related to its arc? Half. So this angle would be half of this. This angle would be half of this. Together they're half of the whole circle. So they are half of 360, which makes 180. Okay, we had a rule that goes with this. Whenever you have an inscribed quadrilateral, the opposite angles are always supplementary. They always add up to 180. That's what just happened right there. All right, 23. 23, measurement of arc BC. You guys see arc BC in the picture? I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to meditate on that. Don't say the answer if you figure it out. Okay, a hint is that you need to recognize that segment EC is a what? EC is, what's it called though? Diameter. So it splits the circle in half. That's hint number 1.
Oh.
Okay, so if it splits the circle in half, how many degrees we got up here? 180. And they tell us this part is 84. So how do I find that part? 180 minus 84. Which is 96.
I tried.
Okay, 25 says find Ark CD. Okay, I want you guys to see if you can figure it out. If you figure it out, do not say it. I just want to see if you guys can figure it out first. Ark CD in the picture. Okay, So there's a lot more lines in the picture, but Ark CD has an inscribed angle that goes with it. Did you guys notice that?
It's a deep, very
Oh, so
deep.
it's.
Okay, what was the inscribed angle? How many degrees was it? 29 degrees.
I was right again.
So if an inscribed angle is 29 degrees, how do we find its arc?
Double it.
Double it. 29 times 2 is 58. Okay, 27. Says find the measurement of angle CFD. I wish I would have drawn my picture better. CFD. Alright. This one takes some memory. We haven't talked about this one in a while. When you have an angle floating around somewhere in the middle of your circle, how do we find it?
You add the divide by 2.
Right. So this angle intercepts this arc, 58 degrees. We just found that was 58, right, on our last problem. And on the other side, it intercepts the 84 degrees. These are both angle X, right? These are the same thing. Yeah, you add them together and divide by 2. Add them together and divide by 2. So what is 84 plus 58 divided by 2?
71.
71 degrees. Okay. Let me pause for a second and let's go back in time. Alright, what kind of angle is this right here, if that's the center?
Central.
It's a central angle. How is it related to its arc?
Same.
It's the same. Okay, what kind of angle is this right here?
Inscribed.
Inscribed angle. How is it related to its arc?
Double. The angle double.
The angle is half of its arc. Okay, then right after that, what we did was, when you have two lines that cross somewhere in the middle, like we'll say angle X right here, you do arc Y plus arc Z divided by 2. That's what we just did on our last problem, basically. You do the arc it intercepts plus on the other side of the arc that's intercepted divided by 2. Okay, and then right after that we did something like this. Call that X. Okay, if the angle is outside the circle, do you guys remember how we did this? This is, by the way, this is on number 4. This is not number 4, it's just like number 4. 4B.
Subtract.
Yeah. We basically did, you see the two arcs it intercepts? You do Y minus Z divided by 2 to get angle X. Go the far arc minus the near arc divided by 2 equals the angle. And also, let me throw this in here. Technically, this is not an inscribed angle, but you see how the vertex is still on the edge of the circle? It works exactly like an inscribed angle. So, in other words, if this arc is 80 degrees, this is 40 degrees. The only difference is the angle is not, one of the sides of the angle is tangent to the circle. So anyway, it still works like an inscribed angle, even though it looks kind of weird. All right. Forgot what we're doing. Yeah, yeah, we just finished 27, didn't we? 29. Okay, so I'll speak the devil on 29. How do I set that one up? Does anybody want to try? Marianne?
Do the angles, back angles and divide by 2.
Okay, so what should I write?
29.5 plus 18 divided by 2 equals.
Okay, yeah, that's 28.
Oh, oops.
But also you said it wrong. So on 28, the angle's inside, right? The 29.5 degrees is the angle. It should be the arc plus the arc divided by 2 equals that angle on 28. So x plus 18 divided by 2 equals 29.5. It's gonna look kind of like 29. Somebody else want to try to set up 29? Emily?
Is it x plus, minus? I don't know.
Close. You just kind of, you head towards the angle, like it should equal the angle.
Like 14 plus x equals 20.
Nope. So so on 28, it's arc plus arc divided by 2 equals the angle. On 29, it's arc minus arc divided by 2 equals the angle. You want to try again?
No.
Okay, somebody want to try?
Yeah.
Alright, King.
49 minus x equals 4, divided by 2 equals 14.
Yeah. The far arc, 49, you guys see it? Minus x divided by 2 equals 14. You make sure you look in your book to see what just happened so you can reproduce it. Because 30 is very similar to that one. And 32 also is very similar to that one. 32 is kind of tricky. Alright. Now, algebra skills.
Multiply by 2.
Multiply by 2. So, whoops.
Plus 28. Out of the rest.
Now what?
Minus 49 to 29. And then you get negative 21 divided by negative 1.
Yeah, it's not x equals negative 21, or it's negative x equals negative 21. So that means x is 21. Anyway, and that was our, whoops, yikes. That was our 29. 31. Alright, 31 is kind of like 28. Somebody different want to try this one? Who hasn't done one yet? 31, 31, 31. Gracie, you want to try? So, do you remember what I said on 28? Arc plus arc divided by 2. So what would that be on 31?
X plus 8 plus x equals 66.
Yeah, but you forgot something.
And I know you can put that in.
Whoops. You know what you forgot? Divide by 2. Whoops, I wrote it wrong. 30, see, it's 3x plus 8 plus x. Those are the two arcs. 3x plus 8 plus x divided by 2 equals 66.
Did you do 4x?
Yeah, you could multiply by 2 last time, but I would probably go ahead and do 3x plus x is 4x plus 8. And then since both of these are divisible by 2, I would just divide them both by 2. So 2x plus 4 equals 66. Subtract 4 is 62.
31.
62 divided by 2 is 31.
Can you help on 32?
Wouldn't it just be 120 minus x equals 44 on 32?
Hmm? No. So the trouble with 32, you guys see the problem with 32?
Yeah.
They're not giving us
Interesting.
the big arc. They give us the small arc is X, but they don't tell us what the big arc is. Yeah, Archer.
Well, the way to find that is be like 360 minus 120 and then 240 minus X would be that, the other side.
Yeah. So he's saying since that arc up at the top is 120, how much does that leave for the rest of the circle? 240. But that arc on the bottom, they called it X. So the bottom left arc must be, see if I can draw it. So you take away 120, that leaves 240. And if you take 240 minus X, what do you get? 240 minus X. So you do 240 minus X divided by 2 equals 44. Alright, that's an even, so I'm not going to finish that one. Okay, we are almost done. We got 36 and 37 left. 37. This is circles. What day did we do circles? Tuesday?
Tuesday and
Wednesday, maybe. Probably Wednesday, I bet. Wednesday, that was our last assignment. You guys remember what a circle formula looked like? Yeah, like x squared plus y squared equals radius squared. Actually, a lot of times it looked more like this. Okay, what did this do to the graph?
Left to right.
Right, the x is left and right, but it always does the opposite. So if it says -2, which is normally means left, you actually goes right 2.
Oh, right, and
So this is right 2 and
down to.
opposite, down 2. And the radius is,
The center,
the radius is, yeah, radius squared is this. So the radius is square root of that, 3. So anyway, that's not the problem, but that's how we do number 37 and 36 is like this one too. 37, write the equation of a circle centered at 2, -3. So, Jaden, do you know how we make the circle move right 2? The center is at 2, -3, so how do I make it move?
X -2.
Correct. And then it says -3, so how do I make it move down 3?
Y plus 3 squared.
And if the radius is 9, what am I going to put right here? Yeah, it's not, yeah, you don't put the radius over here, you put the radius squared over here. So 9 times 9 is 81.
I know I drew a graph.
I need
That
help.
was 37.
Oh, okay.
I need help on 22.
So you guys need to make sure you go back and do 36, which is a very similar answer to 37. 22.
Yeah.
So you see angle WBZ in the picture?
Yeah.
How do you find an angle that's floating around in the middle of the circle?
Yeah.
You add one arc to the opposite arc. And divide by.
Right. And that's what you need to say. You just have to use
Oh, okay.
arc plus arc divided by 2. Just put in the correct arcs.
Okay.
Remember the arc symbol?
Yeah.